Hey, Sports World, this is another episode of Sports with Psycho Sam. How about that game last night, man? 14 touchdowns. It's a Monday Night Football record for the most points put up on Monday night, 105. It was a back-and-forth battle. Todd Gurley pretty much wasn't a big factor in the game. Thought they would have ran the ball more with him, but they still came out with the W. The Rams did beat the Chiefs 54-51. And then, so it was a pretty good game, 14 touchdowns. How about Sunday? Alex Smith went down with a gruesome leg injury. Same as Joe Theismann, which is crazy, 33 years ago. Same day, same yard line. I thought that was pretty crazy. And the score was the same in the end too. Even crazier. Just a crazy coincidence right there. How about the Saints right now? The Saints are really rolling. Their defense is looking a little bit better. If that defense comes along and starts, shutting teams down, they're going to be a pretty hard team to beat. Drew Brees is a good quarterback, and they have Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, and just a whole bunch of weapons on that offense. They're going to be a pretty scary team come January. I actually had them as going to the Super Bowl, and I had the Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Patriots versus Saints Super Bowl is what I predicted. And then tomorrow night is LeBron James. He's going back to Cleveland. The Lakers play the Cavaliers. That's going to be crazy right there. I think the Lakers are going to win that pretty easily. And then I have my Week 12 picks. So you have the Bears versus Lions on Thanksgiving. And I had the Bears winning that 30-17. Let me get down. Redskins versus Cowboys. I got the Cowboys winning that 24-20. Then you have Falcons versus Saints. Saints got winning that 41-30. I got the Saints winning that 41-30. I just think their offense is just rolling right now. They're one of the hottest teams. I don't think the Falcons are doing very well this year. Then you have the Steelers against my Broncos. I have my Broncos winning 24-20. Let's go Broncos country. I think they're going to win. We need to run the ball more and play more of a clock game against Pittsburgh. I just think that we have certain players that can match up against theirs on defense. Hopefully, Von Miller and Bradley Chubb are in the backfield all day long. And hopefully the offense doesn't have the wide receivers don't drop the ball to start the game. And Case Keenum's got to have the throws on point. I hope they give Philip Lindsay the ball more. I hope he runs a lot more. He's doing really good, man. They need to trust their young backs, Royce Freeman as well. Hand the ball off, run the clock more, and that'll help the offensive line. We have 3 injured starters. It will help them. You don't need to throw the ball as much. We're not doing that great passing the ball anyways. So I think we need to go ahead and use our run game a lot more. We should do a lot more halfback screens, and we should do a lot more play action. That seemed to work. The run game gets going, and then you start doing that play action. It's going to give you a lot more time. And also when we do throw the ball, it seems like they do a lot better not getting holding penalties or anything like that. The quick short game. the quick short game is what's working, slants, out routes, and stuff like that. Swing routes to the running back. If you got to check down, get the yards that you need to get. Get the yards that are given to you. All right, and then we have the Raiders versus the Ravens. I have the Ravens winning that 31-17. The Raiders aren't that good, aren't a good team, this year. And the Ravens, I see them doing a lot more in the run game and everything like that. And the Raiders are horrible against the run. Then you have the Jags versus the Bills. I have the Jags winning 20-17. That one's a really hard one to pick right there. Neither team is doing really well this year, but I'm just going to go with the Jags defense. Looked pretty good last week, and hopefully it continues this week, and I think they'll get it done there. And they have Leonard Fournette on offense. So, Seahawks versus Panthers. I have the Panthers winning 27-20. This is another hard game to pick. You don't know which Seahawks you're going to get. And you don't know which Panthers you're going to get. If you get the Panthers that have been running the ball and driving down the field and playing good defense, then they'll come out with the win. If you get the Panthers that played last week against the Lions, they're not going to do so well. You got the Browns versus the Bengals. I have the Browns winning 17-13. It's going to be a tough divisional game. I think defensively, the Browns are going to do really well. And so, yeah. Pats versus Jets. I have the Pats coming back and winning 38-17. They usually do good in November. Last game they didn't look so good. I think they'll get everything together this week, though, and get the ball rolling. Giants versus Eagles. I have the Giants winning 24-20. The Eagles do not look like the Eagles of last year. They look confused at times. They don't know what they're doing. They need better play calling, and their defense needs to step up big time. 49ers versus Bucks. I have the Bucks winning 27-24. Neither team right here is good. I just think it's going to be whoever has the ball last pretty much is going to win it. Then you have the Cardinals versus the Chargers. I have the Chargers winning 30-14. The Cardinals, as you know, they only have 2 wins on the season. They're not a really good team. They need to get more more players on defense, and they need help on offense big time to help Josh Rosen. He looks like a pretty good quarterback, but there's nothing really there helping him. David Johnson has been a big disappointment this year. Big disappointment. I expected more out of him. Dolphins versus Colts. I have the Colts winning 28-17. All right, Andrew Luck is on a roll right now, and I don't see him slowing down. The Dolphins have kind of fallen off the map since the beginning of the year. Ryan Tannehill is back, so I don't see them gelling as much. Usually when you come back, you takes a minute to get into the game. Then the last game, Packers versus Vikings. I had the Vikings winning 30-24. They look like crap against the Bears, but I expect them to bounce back and have a better defensive effort, and I expect them to put up a lot more points than they did against the Bears. The run game really needs to get going. DeFilippo needs to do a better job of calling plays. The offensive coordinator has been really crappy lately. They need to get it together there. I know you have a quarterback that can throw the ball, but for him to do a better job, you guys got to have a run game there in Minnesota, man. It's big. You got some maulers up front. Use them. And know when to call the run and when to call the pass. That's been a big part this year that Minnesota has been lacking on in play calling from DeFilippo. Yeah, they just need to do a better job. And their defense isn't as good as it was last year. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought they would at least be the top 7. But they're middle of the pack right now. They really need to step it up and get back to form as they were last year. But yeah, that's my picks for this week. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And let me know your thoughts about the season, where it's gone. And let me know how much points LeBron's going to have in Cleveland. Is he going to have a triple-double? What is he going to do? How is that going to go? Also, any other comments, just go ahead and leave them. All right.